The Prime Minister, Dr.Barnabas Sibusiso Dlamini, says there are currently 130 registered cane growers in the country, and they are indebted to His Majesty the King Ngwenyama and Her Majesty Indlovukazi for the allocation of substantial tracts of Swazi Nation Land and the creation of so many new substantial livelihoods. The Prime Minister was speaking at the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Swaziland Sugar Association at the Royal Swaziland Convention Centre last night. The Swaziland Sugar Association celebrated its 50 years of existence since it was established in 1967 by the Sugar Act of 1967. The Golden Jubilee celebration was attended by, amongst others, the Prime Minister Dr. Barnabas Sibusiso Dlamini, cabinet ministers, and invited guests from as far as the United Kingdom. The Prime Minister says for the past 5 decades, the association has been responsible for policy making, general development, and regulating an industry whose product is almost synonymous with the name of the country. The Premier says it sells sugar produced in Swaziland, and that makes SSA a very significant player in the Swazi economy, with a policy council, or rather policy-making council, which has equal membership for cane growers and sugar millers alike.
Sugarcane growing makes up nearly 70% of our national total agricultural output. 1/3 of all our agricultural workers are in sugarcane growing. Sugar milling output makes up 25% of total manufacturing output, and our sugar industry's output accounts to 10% of GDP, gross domestic product. Too many percentages can make the eyes glaze over. But another way, the sugar industry, guided and regulated throughout by the Swaziland Sugar Association, has grown from one small irrigated scheme and a mill to a production of over 700,000 metric tons of sugar and over 230,000 metric tons of molasses, with total annual revenues in excess of 4 billion emalangeni.
The Premier says the resilience of the sugar industry throughout its 50-year history cannot be overstated, it having survived serious challenges such as Tropical Storm Domonia, the droughts, and the changing international markets.
Growth in the numbers of smallholder cane growers has been a prominent feature of the recent development of our sugar industry. There are currently around 130 registered cane growers, and we are greatly indebted to His Majesty Ngwenyama and Her Majesty Indlovukazi for the allocation of substantial tracts of Swazi Nation Land and the creation of so many sustainable Swazi livelihoods. His Majesty's government continues to recognize the positive role played by the Swazi sugar industry in the economic agenda of the country. Hence our pride in joining you this evening in this celebration.
Other speakers included Mr. Ireland from Zanikov Group Limited in the United Kingdom, who also congratulated the Swaziland Sugar Association on its 50th anniversary. The Minister for Commerce, Industry and Trade also joined in congratulating the association on its 50th anniversary. Reporting for Swazi TV News, I'm Sibusiso Dlamini, Zulwini.